An FBI agent who used to be in charge of the Trump-Russia collusion probe has testified on allegations of bias. It was an emotional hearing that at one point descended into a shouting match.
And your testimony is Bob Mueller did not kick you off because of the content of your text. He kicked you off because of some appearance that he was worried about.
Sure. My testimony, if you want to represent what you said accurately, I'm happy to answer that question, but I don't appreciate what was originally said being changed.
I don't give a damn what you appreciate, Agent Strzok. We're not even a week into an investigation that you originated, approved, were the contact for, and you're already promising to protect the country from that menace, Donald Trump.
I will not answer that question.
You have not stated a valid legal basis for not responding to a question directed to you by a member of the United States House of Representatives, and you are overruled.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Let me continue. Your testimony is essential to this hearing.
And I have a point of order before he answers the question.
The point of order is not well taken until...
You don't know what the point of order is. You can't say it's not well taken.
The point of order, the witness will answer the question.
And I have
can't just repress it, Mr. Chairman, because you don't...
On that ruling.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Attorney-client privilege, and he has been advised not to answer the question.
The gentlewoman will suspend.
So Peter Strzoks, who you just saw, is an FBI agent who was one of the agents leading the investigation into alleged Russian collusion. Now, he was accused of anti-Trump bias after some of his private texts with a colleague, Lisa Page, were leaked. In one of those texts, he even vowed to stop Trump from becoming president.
Trump's not even going to become a president, right? Right?
No, he won't. We'll stop it.
In his testimony that was described as a circus by one congresswoman, Peter Strzoks attempted to defend himself, saying that his personal views have never influenced his official FBI decisions. But check out what else he had to say.
Not once in my 26 years of defending our nation did my personal opinions impact any official action I took.
But the committee was pretty divided over his testimony. While Republicans were on the offense, Democrats were playing defense, objecting to all of their questions. Now, one loyal Democrat even suggested that Strzok be rewarded for his service to the country. On the other side, Strzok desperately tried to keep the Russia hysteria alive by characterizing the proceedings as a win for the usual suspect.
I have the utmost respect for Congress's oversight role, but I strongly believe today's hearing is just another victory notch in Putin's belt and another milestone in our enemy's campaign to tear America apart.
The Trump-Russia investigation has somehow survived for over a year now, but no evidence has been produced till date. But what it has produced is a whole lot of controversy alongside mass Russophobia and internal polarization. And it seems to be getting worse and worse every single day, so it looks like it won't be going away anytime soon.
Let's get some insight into all this from political analyst John Griffing, who joins us live on the program. John, always welcome. During the hearing, Peter Strzoks said the Republican case against him is, quote, another victory notch in Putin's belt. Is he right?
Well, of course not. It's utterly absurd. This is hyperbole of the highest order. This man needs to have a sense of humor about the fact that he violated the FBI code of ethics. It happens. Political bias can seep into an investigation. He needs to have just done the practical thing, stepped down, gone for whatever kind of agreement or plea bargain he can, and stop making the country listen to his whining about how starting an investigation with an assumption of guilt isn't a violation of our Constitution and our laws. It's absurd.
A key part of the evidence against Peter Strzoks relates to private text messages between him and a senior FBI lawyer. I think the name is Lisa Page. In one of them, he says, quote, we'll stop Trump winning the 2016 election. How incriminating is that?
Well, when you imply that you are abusing the powers of an investigation, not only to presume guilt without even sufficient evidence for probable cause in a normal hearing, okay, but he's also saying in that text that he's willing to abuse the investigation to stop the legitimate election of a president. Now, that seems more like Democrat-Obama collusion than Russian collusion. What do you think?
John, we've got about 30 seconds. The testimony descended into a bit of a farce with Democrats and Republicans shouting at each other. Do you get the impression that this is just a partisan battle between the parties with little to do with Trump or Russia?
Well, and look, I'm an American first and a party second, but this started with Democrats that had sour grapes. And look, I understand people who don't think Trump is the best president. Okay, that's a process that we call elections, and there's another opportunity to elect someone different. But doing something like this because someone is in office that you don't like and destroying the tradition of America's standard in the eyes of the world as a peaceful transfer of power, it's really sad, it's tragic, and I hope we can get past this.
John, thanks for your time this hour. Political analyst John Griffing live on RT International. And coming up in just